Hello beautiful Pisces, and welcome back to Intuitive Energies. Today is, we are Wednesday, I do believe. And, well, for you it's Wednesday, for sure. Actually, for me it's Wednesday too, I think. Yeah, so there you go. So the cards we're going to be looking at today is Fork in the Road, Intention. This one we don't know yet. And we have the Spirit of Wands, which I've already seen this week in the cards that came out. Now we have some really amazing cards coming in, but all week they're kind of like guiding us to the point of trying to get forward momentum, and that's what we're going to be really focusing on this week. I want you to focus on forward momentum for sure. So we have, first of all, Fork in the Road. And I can't even see the number. Oh, it's 13. 4. So, and you have 22. Intention, also 4. So it's very apparent that number 4 is important right here. This beautiful owl is holding that dandelion that you can blow for wishes, to make wishes. And from what I can see from this card, there's a multitude of things that can be done. I mean, it's kind of hazy in the back, in the front, there's more of those. There's a lot here that you can wish upon, but you're trying to find the egg of opportunity that is really yours. The fork in the road is definitely a decision for you to make. Where are you going to go? So let's see what we have here. A lot of opportunity, a lot of abundance coming through here, Pisces. Yeah, there's a treasure island that came in, and it's coming in as 9. So, like I said, I feel all week I felt like Spirit has been saying, look, it's time for you to decide. It's time for you to pick a course of action that's going to benefit you, okay? Time be a wasting, and I feel that's what it's coming to, okay? It's just that it's an optimal time for you to make a change or a switch, or to be moving forward in whatever you have decided to do, okay? Certain times, I don't know, I feel less of that, but right now I feel like they're saying, you've been practicing a while, you've been learning a lot, now it's time to do. It's time to get this show on the road, okay? Okay, so you have the Emperor. We had him yesterday as well. But now I'm feeling like this is more like your stability. This is your choice. Yesterday and the day before, we were talking about now making choices for other people. And this is choices for you. This is what's going to bring you happiness, joy, and fulfillment, right? And there's that time factor. I don't know why it's important that you do this, okay, right now. But it's right beside a treasure island. I love the way that treasure island almost has like a tower that's doing this when you have a tower. So you do know that towers can also be surprising events. And you know what? A surprising event is winning anything or having really good news you weren't expecting. You know, so tower is not always a bad thing, depending on the card surrounding it. And I think you've got some really great cards. What I'm noticing though between the Emperor and the Page of Wands here is that the Page of Wands is a much more fluid type energy than the Emperor. The Emperor is a lot more grounded and kind of sitting. So if I look up just above, I see the Nine of Cups that came out for this week. He is also sitting, but he's sitting in abundance. So I feel is do the best of both worlds, or try to in the very least, okay? But follow your GPS, your compass, because that is the most important part of what you're supposed to be doing here. The fork in the road is for you to follow what you want. That's your intentions, right? Not everybody else's, okay? It's where you want to go. And as I'm noticing here, there's nothing written on these arrows, okay? So it's up to you to decide. It's got very much like the Seven of Cups coming in, and I just noticed this, looking at this a lot more closely. Guess who's sitting on the llama's back? Yeah, that's our owl from the other deck of cards. Yeah, okay. So I feel that these two are pretty much saying the same thing. Where do you want to go? What's your biggest wish? Okay? Where it's time to choose. I feel that this tower, this time crunch is just simply Spirit wanting you to make a decision, to choose a path and a destiny. Sometimes you need a swift kick in the behind to get going where you need to be going. Okay? I'm going to say just don't waste all the beautiful energy that's been around us recently. There's such tremendous, beautiful energy. And you know what? It's not to be weird or anything, but we're coming into the full moon in Pisces. And if we're not in it already, hold on. Where's my little book? Yeah, lo and behold, today is full moon in Pisces. I do these ahead of time. That's why I have to check. That's why I'm not sure. So for you, when you're watching this, the full moon in Pisces is coming in. I think that's why it's important for you to do what you need to do before this full moon in Pisces. Because what does Pisces do? What do? We dream, right? We're the dreamers of the galaxy. We sit here and we ruminate on our beautiful fantasy that we create, that we weave, that some of us make into beautiful reality. However, because we're falling into a Pisces moon, just be careful, because you'll tend to just sit around and daydream. You don't want to do that. You want to be moving forward. So I think that's why they've been pushing and pushing for you to get movement up to this point, because it's like, let's get it going. Because you don't want to be sitting here again falling into the trap of, daydreaming when you should be moving, progressing. Okay? Yeah, definitely coming through as that type of energy, Pisces. Okay, so you have intention here, 22. Again, 4 and 4 coming in. I've been seeing a lot of 1s this week, and a lot of 4 and 8, that kind of energy. Okay. Unexpected visitors. Interesting. Okay, don't get that one very often, but it's very cool. And oh, look at that bunny rabbit. Okay, so the one thing that I find that is really cool about this card is that this person is behind a door, almost looking scared about what's coming in and who's coming in. The 5 in it is telling me that it's something that you need to deal with. I think it's still this energy that I felt all week. this energy of having to deal with that situation that you don't want to, okay? It's going to keep showing up this week until you do. So my suggestion to you, Pisces, is to most definitely, okay, face it dead on, head on, as much as you can. Don't be cowering behind a door and hiding behind it, waiting to shut the door just in case somebody shows up, okay? As unpleasant as it is sometimes to have to deal with certain things, it's much better to deal with them than to avoid them. Avoidance is can cause the stress that's going through your brain, and it also detracts from what you're trying to accomplish, like other things like your intentions, your wishes, your dreams. It kind of comes in, takes over. That's why it's a 5, because a 5 is telling you, deal with it. It's a life lesson. I know my life number is a 5. So when things get thrown in my face, it's for me to deal with. It's like learn, use, get the wisdom, move on. Okay? And this is what they're saying with this kind of energy that's being put out there. Okay? You have to be true to your intentions. There's a lot of great abundance coming in. Like you've got a lot of fire. You have a lot going for you at this point to get what you need. But if you keep letting stuff that you should have dealt with for a while come back in, you're going to keep getting smacked by it. You have the King of Swords. Look above. Look beyond this, okay? There's more for you to do. 10 of Wands. Yeah, you're tying yourself up in knots. That's definitely what I'm getting here. And I think we get these cards at the end of the week. So this is something, unfortunately, I feel that you're dealing with this week. I mean, I've tried to, you know, like you, I want to avoid these types of readings. I don't, you know, I'd rather much see like, and you're going to get empowered and do it. But what I'm seeing is that you keep tripping yourself up somehow, okay? You keep burdening yourself with this when the King of Swords is telling, use the King of Swords approach, not the Page of Swords approach. Look above, okay, and beyond all of this little. It's not little, but it feels very big to you. But in the scheme of things, this bump in the road that you're experiencing, they really want you to deal with it, okay? You really don't want to. Like I said, I look at this card and I feel this person hiding behind a door. You know, it's when you get that company you really don't want. You really don't want. You know it's coming. You know you're going to have to deal with it, but you don't want to. And I should have known as soon as that Emperor card showed up again today that it's that unmovable, or at least you feel in your mind that it's an unmovable situation, energy, or person. You know, can't be dissuaded in the way they believe and think things are. Yeah. So we're stuck. We're stuck in this pattern this week. But I'm going to keep asking Spirit to see if they can help you. But all I get from them is, you know, Spirit helps those who help themselves. So you have to do the work here. There's no cheat code. There's no cheat sheet. It's for you to grab your courage. And you've had an extra dose of courage with the Lionsgate portal coming in. And you also have a lot of other beautiful qualities that came in with this energy that you can use at this time. And that's what you need. That's what you need to be doing. That's what you need to be following right now, right? Absolutely. Absolutely. So, we are now going into card number 4, which we don't know what it is. So, we're going to be flipping it around here. Eight of Swords. Already came out. Yeah. what I love about this is that these swords are tied around a tree, but there's one that's outside of it. There's one that's standing on the outside. Okay? It's almost like I'm feeling that you're standing with all of this and you're thinking to yourself, well, I'm stuck, because you're part of that situation, right? It's like being a person who has different thoughts. Okay, so this is what they're showing me. You're a person who has amazing thoughts and amazing ideas, okay? And you think differently than your collective, let's say, that's around you, right? It would be like working in an office with 20 people, and 19, you're the 20th. 19 of them think exactly the same way. They do the same humdrum thing. What they don't know, though, is that they have a 20th person, one who thinks outside the box, who's always dreaming of bigger and better. And they're not stuck in there, but because they keep going to work with all of these people every day, they are knowingly, and how do I say this? They're letting themselves be stuck in that situation. Even though they know in their mind that they're not just the same person, right? Let's say these 19 people are not even thinking outside the box. I get up, I go to work, I have a break, I go back to work, I go to lunch, I go back to work, I have a break, I finish my work day, get in my car, oh, I need salad, and I go home, and then I watch TV, and then I do my stuff, and then I wake up. These are the people who are doing the same thing every day. You are doing those same motions, but inside of you is a raging fire of opportunities, of things that you're thinking about, of plans that you're making, of outside the box thinking. You're not just walking around thinking, I'm going to work, I'm going on a break, I'm going to lunch. You're thinking, I'm going to work, but I have aspirations for. And while you're on your break, you're looking for different opportunities. And when you're at the store, you're networking with other people. And when you go home, you do more research. You understand, you're that person, but you're stuck in the whirlwind of the same everyday thing. And the only thing you have to do here is admit to yourself that you're not this anymore. Okay? And if you need to the people around you too, I'm not this anymore. I'm unhappy. I can't do this for the rest of my life, okay? So I'm giving you a work example, but it could be just, looking for people who are like-minded, finding new places to go, finding others like you, okay? So I'm going to pull a card here. I know it's a long story to just say that, but I could have just said you're in a world of square pegs. That fits in square pegs. I guess you're the round hole that doesn't fit. I should say you're the round bauble that kind of fit in that square peg, but you're different. You're not the same, okay? We'll just leave it at that because I'm terrible at those things. So let's see here. Yeah. See, these images kind of say it, what I just said, right? You are free. You're sitting here. You have the potential to turn around and take over the world, right? It's kind of clear when you look at this. This is the energy that's coming forth. And yeah, it's your time. It's your time to shine. I mean, look at these Queen of Wands coming in. Absolutely. So I guess Spirit is coming in and, like, letting you know what's what. what's what here. Temperance. Bringing things back into balance. Seven of Wands. You defending your right to be different, to have something new, to find balance again. Alright, so all these cards are telling me the same thing, okay? The Seven of Wands is like standing on a hill and going, no, it's not good enough for me anymore. I don't want to be doing just regular stuff anymore, okay? And I love the way these balance cards are. The balance is, the Temperance card is in the same direction. If you look at it, it's almost like you've got an angel behind you telling you to, you know, find that, defend your right to be who you're supposed to be. I like this. And then you have you going in a completely different direction, and so is the Six of Pentacles. They're both looking this way, bringing in the new journey and a balanced one. The Six of Pentacles, I've always said this, I haven't said it in a while, so I'll repeat it. The Six of Pentacles is balanced, but in a way of a give and take. And I've always, when I was studying with the tools of Tarot, my guides told me that balance is like, it's not like justice, where the scales of justice are evened out. You know, justice is an eye for an eye, a leg for a leg, you know. It's kind of in a way of how you're giving out that balance, how you're bringing it in and giving it out. It would be like having 4 bananas and feeding 2 to a mouse and 2 to an elephant. Well, that makes no sense. An elephant will always eat more than a mouse, right? So you may want to give like half a banana to a mouse and, you know, 3.5 to the elephant. And is that balance? Yes, of course it is. It's balanced by appetite. Okay? So there is different types of ways to balance your life. And this is the way for you to balance your life. And I think they're using this card in particular today to tell you, Pisces, that this Emperor, this situation where you feel like I'm going to disappoint somebody or something or a situation by not being what I've always been or being what everybody else is to remind you that we all need to find that brand of balance in our lives, the one that's going to keep us, you know, in check and in balance with ourselves. It's not always easy to tell people I want to do this, because you're not always going to get the recognition that you want, okay? We like to be cheered on. We like to be told, you're doing great. But it may not be anything that they're interested in, and they might not think that you're doing great. What's important though here is, are you feeling balance? Are you feeling like you're on stable ground? For you. It has to feel good within you. We sometimes look for recognition in other people to tell us you're doing the right thing. It's the strangest thing when we're going for things that bring us happiness and joy. At one point, we have to acknowledge that it needs to be important to us. Okay? You're not always going to get the acknowledgement for others. They may even say that's nice for you, but they have no personal involvement or even any kind of attachment to the things that you do, because that's your brand of balance. It's your feeling good. It's your knowing that it fits you. Okay? And I think sometimes that's the part we have to get over. We have to get over and saying, well, I'm feeling good about me, then ultimately I should do that, right? Whatever it is. It has to ring true and right for me. Too many people wait too long to find that level of balance in their life. They live their lives according to what other people want, people around them, which is fine. It's nice to always take other people in consideration. But ultimately, the skin you're in is the one that is important. You wake up with you every day, okay? So, Spirit of Wands. We have the beautiful Queen of Wands as well that came out. This is the one that you have to tap into, Pisces. The vibrant, inspirational, creative, confident, beautiful energy that's coming in, okay? And you have to bring it in for yourself. It's also the time of year with the beautiful sunflowers. This is definitely the time of year to be doing this. Again, speaking of maybe, you know, I keep saying urgency, but the point is that the time is now. So if you're having an opportunity that's kind of dropping in front of you and making it quite apparent that it's, you know, now is a good time, maybe now is a good time. So I'm going to be taking another one. This is Tarot of Oneness. You have the Chariot that kind of flipped. And we'll leave it. I'll take another one though. But I'm definitely feeling that Chariot card. And again, yeah, Inspiration of Swords. No, is it Inspiration? Yeah. This is thinking outside the box. This is again the Page of Swords coming in. Absolutely. So it's time to take the reins on your beautiful outside of the box ideas. It is time for you to explore and examine what makes you happy and what's doing it for you. Okay? Absolutely. Also love that it's got almost the look into it further, okay? Page of Swords, very important. You always have to look a little deeper because there's something new here and you might be missing some of it. There's all the cogs coming out. I love that. I love that. There's, you know, put your ideas pen to paper, figure it out, or go search the stuff that you have been putting pen to paper and making something out of it. The Chariot, gorgeous. You got the Merkaba at the bottom. I love it. It's definite direction, and they're both flying towards that beautiful Queen of Wands, reminding you that you have to lead an inspired life. If you're walking around dreading your days, if you are walking around with dread in your heart, there's something that needs to be looked at, okay? Sometimes Pisces, such as myself, since I'm going through certain changes in life, those can be hormonal as well. So make sure that your physical health is also being taken care of, that you're being kind to yourself, that you're absorbing the right kinds of stuff. For myself, I was drinking a lot of Diet Pepsi, and I realized that aspartame had to take a leave of my life. These are the things that happens as you get older too. Your body just doesn't digest just anything anymore, and it gets very sensitive to everything. So it's a good thing. It's a good thing to happen anyway, right? Chemicals aren't good for me anyhow, and I'm hoping that gives me a little boost of something more in my life. You have to make decisions in your life that are going to contribute to your well-being, okay? And even if sometimes that part is hard to do, you guys know who've been with me forever, sometimes you go see, you know, doctors and stuff, and they still can't give you the answers you're looking for. If you're still here and capable, and you're fighting for what's right, you keep looking, you keep searching, you will find answers. You will get help. Just even to tell you the truth, even my guides told me, stop drinking that stuff. Okay? That'll help you. That will be a step in the right direction. And it has been. Okay, I've been off this stuff a week and I've already seen some improvements. So keep that in mind, okay? Listen, even if it's, you know, you don't feel like giving up your sweet and fun stuff. Sometimes that stuff isn't the best for you. Okay? Alright, so you have the Six of Wands. The Hangman. And the Ten of Swords in reverse. Alright. I think actually this came out this way. The fact that they all came in reverse is telling me a lot. And you know, you'd say, well, the Ten of Swords in reverse is a good thing, but is it? Is it? I feel that all of these things, they didn't come in reverse. The Hangman, he's already in reverse. That's what I meant. He's already, and that's what, because it kind of came in this way, so I feel that those are all, like the energy of it is being turned upside down, just like the Hangman. And the Ten of Swords is not always a good thing when it's in reverse, because what's happening is that you're stopping from the ending to happen. In other words, for the conclusion to come, okay? And that's by holding on to certain energy. It's, again, stopping again the fact that you are holding back of the victory that's meant to happen for you here, okay? So the Hangman is here not only to remind you that thinking outside the box is his personal favorite thing to do, not only that it's a very Piscean card to have, it's time for you to stop waiting for the transformation, because that's what the Hangman will do. Waiting brings transformation, but waiting too long brings nothing, okay? Waiting too long just leaves you suspended in midair. And you have to surrender to the new perspective. And you have to do the work after that. Or you just kind of observe your environment indefinitely. So you see the changes you have to make. And you see the inspired action you have to take. But you're not doing it. Okay? So, yeah. It's an important little tweak here. I still have cafe cocoa, but I have collagen protein in here. That's why, that's the cocoa. It's a chocolate one. That's a little something I never told you. Or maybe I did. I forget a lot of things. All right. So, I'm taking out some charms here. Oh, I see a unicorn. Oh, I see a unicorn. It's time for you to be that unicorn. I'm going to put that on the Eight of Swords right here. That unicorn right here. Okay? That one that is different than others. Okay? The B and J that I'm seeing, oh my God, I'm seeing that there's two infinity signs. Okay. The B and J that I'm seeing, it's reminding me of the High Priestess card. The pillars have B and J. So this is definitely them coming in. This is the High Priestess coming in to tell you that your inner wisdom knows, your higher self knows, that it's time to listen to your dream. Okay? And to trust what you're feeling inside of yourself. That's the big one. Okay? Yeah, absolutely. So where would I put this? Where would I put this? Where do I feel the energy? Actually, I'm going to put it, I know it's going to sound weird. But I feel like putting it on the Queen of Wands. Don't know why. Maybe it's the feminine energy. Okay. You have an I love you and the infinity sign. They're both here That's the weirdest thing. I mean, in a thing full of charms, that's amazing. And I guess it's story time, Pisces. It's no surprise because I'm Pisces as well. This will mean something to me. It will mean something to you, I hope. My husband and I were at a restaurant this weekend and noticed a bunch of seagulls flying up in the air. There's water close by, but not that close. They were flying in a parking lot, and they were staying in flight, and there were a ton of them, like so many. We were going, holy crap. And then we started watching their flight patterns, and lo and behold, this was their flight pattern. They were doing the letter 8, or the infinity sign. And then my husband spotted another infinity sign, because once you see it, you start seeing it everywhere, right? So there's a sign here, and if you know about Leo, right? There's the portal that just went by. If you look at the strength card, you see the beautiful, infinity on the lion's either forehead or right above his head. It is a sign of strength. It is the sign of being brave, having courage, having an instinctive drive and inner strength to do things. I love the fact that it's saying, I love you. It's almost like telling you, I love you, I trust in you, I know you will do the best thing for you. And I want you to love you, in other words, to do the things that you need to have the courage to move forward. Okay, to not be afraid of this door or what's coming, to have the breakthrough, to stand above the crowd. I'm going to put this on the beautiful Queen of Wands again. And there is LP. Now, for me, LP is music. That's what they were called when we had the records who said they put out a new LP. So for some of you, this is a form of inspirational music that gets you going. What's coming in, as ridiculous as it sounds, is Eye of the Tiger. If you can find a song on YouTube, go ahead and listen to it. It's a great energy booster, and it's a great way to feel like you're gonna do it all. Okay, Eye of the Tiger by Survivor. Swear to God. So listen to this music. It's very weird that came in, but that's what's coming in with these. Yeah, Pisces. So what are we looking at today? Okay, the straight arrow, that's where I'm putting the LP, because that's where I feel. Yes, you need a boost of encouragement. You just need to get moving forward in the direction that you want to go. I want you to go in that direction, Pisces. I want you to find your way. It's going to be a struggle because, like I said, you just don't want to upsert the cart. Upsert? A-P-S-U-R-P. Yeah, I don't talk like that. But anyway, that's the word they choose. They chose for this today. It's usurping the cart. Ugh. And just, you feel like this is going to cause problems because you want to go a certain way and do certain things. So please, 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 just keep focusing on what you want. Like I said, suffering tremendous headaches this week because of all of this. I don't know why. It's there. It's just there. So this is something that is definitely keeping you in the headspace, and in a headspace that you probably don't really want to be in. And please try to liberate yourself or give yourself a break. Like I said, go listen to that song. Go inside of yourself, feel it, and then take action, okay? Take one step forward in whatever action that you are looking for to create the change in your life. And, yeah, I think that's it, my beautiful Pisces. I'm going to let you go with this one for today. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for your support. I appreciate you as always. Everything I offer is in the description box below. Please make sure to check it out. I also offer memberships where there is a video every Friday. That's just an extra for the channel if you want a little more Jane, and it does help. And it's, like I said, as low as $3 a month, and you get access to everything I've done every Friday for quite a while. So please take a look at that and see if that interests you. Thank you so much. I'm sending love, light, and blessings. Bye for now.